The first term I want to go over in geometry is congruent, and that means the same measurement. Can you guys see that? The same measurement, okay? So in this picture, we have congruent segments. And we're going to go over those first. So the congruent segments. Segments are sides of the picture, right? They're the sides. Let's put some letters on here. A, B, C, D, E, and F up here, okay? So anything, if you're looking here at the tick marks, this one tick mark is a segment, and that's the whole thing, this whole thing. And this one tick mark down here is a segment, and those are congruent. So we can say that the measurement of AB is congruent to the measurement of EC. Everybody understand? Does somebody give me two other segments that are congruent? So in this picture, these two whole sides are congruent, okay? So the measurement of AE is congruent to the measurement of BC. We also have congruent angles. And here you're going to look at the tick marks and the angles, and they have to have the same exact tick mark. So if you look at angle B, which is uncomplicated, do you see it? There's nothing else there in that corner. And angle E, those two angles are congruent. So if one of them measured 50 degrees, the other one measures 50 degrees. So measurement of angle B is congruent to measurement of angle E. You might see it with this kind of notation. You might also see it with 2 and 1. So the 1's go together and the 2's go together. So here we know that angle A is congruent to who? So that's our congruencies for now. That's all that the picture tells us. This one tick mark at the top and the bottom, it might do this to show you it's the whole side, okay, since there's that other line that I drew in there, that FD line. So you pay attention to your tick marks and what they really mean, okay? All right, so parallel lines. Feast your eyes on these little arrows. One arrow means that those two guys are parallel. So you can say FB, but let's say the whole thing. AB is parallel, and it's two long L's to EC. Everybody see that? The top and the bottom of that picture? They are parallel to each other. They go in the same direction. And the only thing, it's not because it looks like they're parallel, it's because the picture tells us it's parallel with that little arrow. So what other two lines are parallel?
A, E, B, C.
The two right side and left side. And they're parallel, and this one has two arrows. And if we had another set of parallel lines, it would have three arrows, because if they're not parallel to each other. Does everybody get that? Let's change colors. So lines that are perpendicular do what? If you see a picture and it looks like something forms a T, but the picture does not have this little box in it, do not assume that they're perpendicular, okay? Because technically it could be 89.5 degrees and you can't see it with the naked eye. So if it doesn't tell you that, you cannot see that. The symbol for perpendicular, it would be FD, FD, which is a segment, is perpendicular. That's the sign for it. Remember, we're learning another language. And you can put here to EC, or you can put DC, or you could put ED. All of those segments are perpendicular to FD.